Wednesday is day 2 of the Cheltenham Festival. I'm back with some more selections. Hope you all followed on the first day, managed to put up a few winners. So hope you followed them in. Anyway, Wednesday starts 1:30 with the Gallagher novice hurdle. It used to be called the Ballymore Neptune before that. We've got a very short price favourite here in Ballyburn for Willie Mullins and Paul Townend. Currently 2-5, very short, but yeah, he's just going to win. Decent record last year in bumpers. Incredible last time out at the Dublin Racing Festival. That form has been franked, obviously, with Slade Steele winning the Supreme yesterday. Yeah, look, he's rock solid. Like, we've seen how good Paul Townend and Willie Mullins are when they're on these short price favourites. Yeah, like Lossy Mouth State Man today, they just win. So don't try and be complicated. Keep it simple. 2-5, short enough, but it's one for your multiples. If you want a slightly bigger price, Predator's Gold I thought could run into a place. Around the 10-1 mark. Might be worth an each way poke. But yeah, Ballyburn would be the main selection here. Very unoriginal, but keeping it simple. Next up, 210 is the Brown Advisory Novice Chase. Strongest fancy of the day runs here, Factor File. Absolutely incredible last time out at the Dublin Racing Festival. He put Gaelic Warrior in all sorts of trouble. I mean, we've seen Gaelic Warrior as a decent horse come out and win the Arkle, but he couldn't go with Factor File. If you listen to the time, guys, apparently the sectionals were incredible. Visually great on the eye as well. Obviously, the green and gold hoops, JP McManus have won today with Corbett's Cross on the Tuesday. Corbett's Cross probably would have run here, in all fairness, but obviously JP McManus has decided to split his horses up of the ones that he owns. And yeah, I mean, he's 4-5. He's an odds-on shot, but I'm struggling to see him getting beat. The ground's a little bit of a worry. I think these Irish horses are just much better than the English. You got to respect Stay Away Fave, Paul Nicholls, what he's going to bring to the table. Obviously, last year's Albert Bartlett winner, but I just think Factor File's got too much class for them. He's going to have speed. He's going to stay. Jumps really well. Travels. He ticks all the boxes. And yeah, the Ballyburn Factor File double to give us he's 4-5. He's probably worth backing as a single, to be fair. But the doubles probably what we'll be playing today. Ballyburn and Factor File in the first 2 races. Next up, something a bit more open. 250, the Coral Cup, big open handicap. The horse I like here is Jigoro, or Jigoro, trained by Gordon Elliott, who's not had a winner yet, I don't think. 14-1 shot, so nice each way price. Obviously, a big runner handicap hurdle, you'll be getting 5, 6, maybe 7 places each way. I can see him definitely running into the frame. Now, he's only had 4 starts so far, 4 runs over hurdles, which is the minimum you need to qualify. So he seems like a bit of a Gordon Elliott plot job for this. You know, he's won a couple of soft races, and then he's just sat in behind Mystical Power and Tully Hill the last twice. Those 2 races were kind of probably out of his depth a bit, but he's just, you know, the form's not bad. Tully Hill didn't win, but he went off favourite, and Mystical Power finished second in the Supreme. So yeah, Jigoro is definitely a bit of a plot job for me. 14-1, I think he's an each way poke in the 250, the Coral Cup. Next up, it's the feature of the Wednesday. It's 3:30, the Champion Chase. Kind of been billed as a matchup between Al Fabiolo and John Bon. Although with the Nicky Henderson yard, the form that they're showing, I couldn't give John Bon any chance whatsoever here. Now, this is a race where short price favourites generally get beaten. I've seen so many over the years, especially from Willie Mullins' stable. Underso, Chacun Passoir, Duvan, they've all been beaten at odds on. So I'm quite happy to put up 2 at slightly bigger prices and hope that John Bon flops and or Al Fabiolo flops. So the 2 I'm putting up against those would be Captain Guinness at 10-1. Finished second in the race last year. already won on heavy ground this season. Been a lot of rain around, so the ground is going to be really testing. Henry de Bromhead obviously had a win on the first day. I even thought a couple of his horses ran quite well, actually. So Captain Guinness 10-1. I'm hoping he can hit the frame. Maybe not win it, but certainly second or third and get some place money back. And the other horse I like is Edwardstone, who seems rejuvenated this year for Alan King. Obviously, previous Arkle winner going back to 2021, a couple of years ago. He's getting on a bit now. He's 10 years old. But last time out, Tom Cannon changed up tactics and put him out the front. Grade 2, that was quite soft ground, but he absolutely bolted up. He just canted all over. Weaker field, admittedly, but he only did what he did, and you can only beat what's in front of you, and he did it very impressively. So he's about an 8-1 shot. Captain Guinness a 10-1 shot. I'm going to back them both each way. As I say, I want to take on the front two in the market, just with the trends of this race and particularly the poor form of the Henderson Yard. We've got a flat 8 here, so you're going to get 3 places as long as none of them pull out, and a couple down the bottom I've given no hope to. So yeah, 2 against the field. Hopefully we'll get second and third. Possibly if El Fabiolo it does disappoints, we could even pick up the win with either Captain Guinness or Edwardstone. Moving on to the 4:10, the cross country race. Now there's a chance this might be postponed, so we're gonna have to cover it anyway. Gordon Elliott has got a great record in this race. I think he's won it something like 6 of the last 7 years. Obviously, he's had Tiger Roll down the years. Delta Work is his 2-time champion coming back to defend. But I fancy the younger horse here, Coko Beach. Now, you would have to respect Delta Work, obviously a 2-time winner, and Manila Indo Gold Cup horse of years gone by. But they're both 11, and the younger horse here, Coko Beach, is 9. He's still maintaining his form. Loves it on soft ground. As I say, I mean, I think it was waterlogged when they walked it today, so hopefully that's drained a bit and we do get this race on. But either way, it's going to be testing. It's going to be very heavy, very soft. Coko Beach, I think he's about 3-1, 10-3, something like that. I can see him just outstaying these, and he jumps really well. We've seen him in Grand Nationals and other big handicap chases. So interesting enough, he was actually the top rated horse in this. That really shocked me on official ratings. So maybe that just shows that the others are in decline, and he's on his, not necessarily his way up, but he's at his peak. So yeah, Coko Beach in the cross country if it's on. If not, they might try and reschedule it for Friday. So yeah, that's a 4:10, the cross country Coko Beach. Next up is the Grand Annual at 4:50, 2 mile handicap chase. I've got 2 here at long shots. The front of the market looks okay, but I think again we're going to be getting 4 or 5 places each way. I think I'll play a couple at big price. The first one is Solness for Joseph O'Brien and JJ Slevin, who got a win on the board on Tuesday. Hoping they can get this one on there too. Won a listed race on soft ground back, I think, in December. Went off favourite at a race at the Dublin Racing Festival that finished 3rd. Now the horse that finished 1st and 2nd are much shorter in the betting, but they've gone up quite a bit in the handicap, and this guy's only gone up £1 finishing 3rd in that. He went off favourite for that. You're backing him here at 18-1. Ground's a bit of an issue, but I'm willing to take my chances at that kind of price. The second one, even a bigger price, is 20-1. Is King of PRS, King of PRS. I think it's PRS. For Gavin Cromwell. Gavin Cromwell, quite a shrewd operator at this meeting. I think he didn't send many over, but he knows what he's doing. Again, he's only had 4 runs over fences, so very unexposed. Off a mark of 130. Twice a winner on heavy ground earlier in the season. Disappointed last time out, but if you're willing to forgive him that, and I'm a forgiving punter, 20-1 looks a fair enough price. I think he's possibly stable second string on jockey booking, but yeah, he's got 10-4, which could make all the difference in the soft and heavy ground. So them are 2 against the field. Solness 18-1 and King of PRS at 20 to 1. Only small stakes, but at those prices you don't need to get stuck in, I don't think, too. The final race of the day is the Champion Bumper. It's 5:30. Not really a strong opinion on this. I don't really like the Champion Bumper, to be fair. It's hard to get a grasp on some of these. I'll come down on Cantico. Not a strong opinion. He's 10 to 1. Willie Mullins obviously trains him. Obviously, Mullins has got a great record in this race. Paul Townend takes the ride. Looks like the stable's second string, but that wouldn't really put me off in this kind of race. Double figure price looks fair enough each way in what's a wide open contest. Won his point to point on heavy. Won at Navan on heavy ground. I wouldn't be surprised if any of them won this, but yeah, 10 to 1, fair enough price in the last Champion Bumper. Cantico hopefully will end the day on a winner. So that's all for Wednesday. Hope you've had a good day Tuesday, and hope the winners keep coming in today. And I'll see you tomorrow.